Welcome back once again to Let's Play DecapAttack, the final episode, wherein we kill Ichabod Crane, or whatever this game is about. Whatever we do, it's going to take place here on the island, which is sort of a dark cave area. Very reminiscent of Magical Hat's final stage, actually, only with a much darker color palette. Now if we go down and to the left here, you'll come up underneath the very beginning of this level, where we will find a skull, which we will certainly lose on the way back to where we currently are, so I'm not even going to bother. Pool of lava beneath that area I just jumped over. And if we stand on this platform, take a running leap, flutter all the way over, we can get this power up here. The only way to get it is to jump from that very platform that I left from. Not that I particularly needed that yellow potion, but it's not going to hurt. We are in fact drowning in potions. It's absolutely absurd. And should really start just spamming them at this point. So here's my favorite one. Increases punch damage. And dealing fatal damage to an enemy makes them fly across the screen, become a projectile for you. It's always fun when it plays out correctly, which is unlikely here because the enemies mostly take 2 hits to kill. It tends to immunize them to the effect of the flying across the screen. There's the one up there, but I've got an absurd excess of them. Pretty much all set for the end game here. Which is fortunate, because that's what this is. Oh, hey, 1-up's back. That's handy. Okay. Use projectiles on the crazy fish, which this stage is infested with, and you know how I feel about that. But anyway, we will elude them as much as possible. I've got their pattern pretty close to down at this point. There actually is no upper path here. Either that or I missed it by diving into the water as I have. Might be possible to leap up to it as I did with the yellow potion earlier. What this game really needed was sort of a quick potion button. Like maybe if you hold the menu button, it would just automatically use whatever potion you used last. Something like that would have gone a really long way. Because as it is, the 10-second time limit on potions means the second you use them, they pretty much are only useful for the rest of the screen that you're already in. Rarely can you use them for the full 10 seconds. Most of that is going to be wasted. These piranha plants, yeah, they get obnoxious. Nothing but ghosts in those totems, but that's fine. We are moving out of this level with quite a few hearts to spare. Honestly, I tend to get hit a lot more often in that area. Moving on to another vertically oriented stage. Very similar to one we saw much earlier in the game, actually. Well, this one is going to be crowded with many, many more enemies. Giving us a nice, easy skull right off the bat. That is going to be just so useful because enemies are going to be firing projectiles coming from out of reach of the punch. Oh, and there's the real challenge in this area. Enemies are a distraction to get you to fall into the lava. Which, okay, I thought I might have caused myself to not be able to avoid the lava there. Thankfully, this is a well-designed game. Took them 4 games to get it right. Now, about those 8-bit games that we saw last time, I don't know how much you were able to make out of them, but Yeah, the momentum gimmicks that are present in this game are immeasurably worse in those games. In this game, they are consistent and can be mastered. In that game, it's probably true. The same is probably true, but I can't even fathom how long it would take to get anywhere near that level. That said, I have previously played up to the 3rd level of Psycho Fox, but it was not fun. They also limit a lot of momentum that Chuck has access to. For example, this ever-useful sky fluttering, Kirby-like jump ability. Not at all present in the 8-bit games. Diving into water, as I've just done. That would have been fatal in the 8-bit games. Paddle in the school canoe. Oh, you better believe that's a paddling. In Psycho Fox, of course. Now we have a choice of lava and water here. I've obviously chosen the water. Quite a few more branching paths in this stage than usual, I would say. Also a lot of dead ends, which tend to have prizes in them, but sometimes just have a totem with a ghost in them. And on rare occasions, nothing at all. I want to avoid the situation I'm in now. There we go. It's a good thing Chuck doesn't break surface tension by jumping on water. Very light on his feet, this guy. Now, by playing the 8-bit games, I found out the reason for why you can skip on the water by getting a running start and just running into the surface of it. And that, of course, is because water is instantly fatal in Psycho Fox and Kid Cool. Which is a joy, because those games are covered with water. What I'm trying to say is I did not enjoy those games. I don't know if that's coming through. Werewolves made a very brief and pointless return. There they are again. I'm quite certain that was just a potion in that area guarded by a piranha plant. And I've got way too many potions, as previously stated. So, make our way down here. I don't trust what's below us. So I'm going to use one of these. Oh yeah, good call. Makes enemies shiver with fear. Makes them sitting ducks, especially if you have the skull available. Pretty sure we've seen the effects of all the potions. I haven't used them too much because menu navigation and all. Does make for a very good visual. But I'm gonna. Because it's Max Decap, the final boss. Our prime antagonist. This is an extremely difficult boss. When he leaps, you want to be running. When he splits like this, I don't know how well that's going to show up in the finished video, but he split into 2 clones of himself. And then chucked a fireball, which chases us all around the stage. And yeah, he can corner you pretty easily between the fireball and his head being a hitbox, and falling boulders. So far, he hasn't been too deadly aggressive, but now, yeah, it's really, really difficult to avoid those falling boulders when he does the full mess of them. This is just going to be 2. Depending on the height of his jump, he drops a different number of boulders. Okay, still only shooting 1 fireball. Spoilers, he will be shooting 2 before too long. Of course, I'm pretty much gonna just tank a hit every time he does the full barrage of boulders. I thought for sure that was gonna be 2 fireballs. Okay, he's changing colors, so now we're definitely gonna get multiple fireballs. And really, his pattern is such that there are moments, I'm certain, where damage is unavoidable. That was absolutely not one of them. That was a huge mistake on my part, probably going to cost me this fight. But maybe not. I don't know that I've ever beaten this guy itemless. So this might be a miraculous first, but it's not looking like it. He's changing colors, which previous bosses, that's been their death throws, but this guy, he goes through the full spectrum of colors. He is a walking rainbow. Oh. How many more colors could he possibly have? I don't... Oh! He's dead! He's down! I got an itemless kill of Max Decap. That is, truly impressive. I did not think I was going to pull that off. Awesome. I guess I should go towards the actual end of the stage then, in celebration. Wait! I just realized that I can't. I gotta go find the special item. I do know where it is, but I'm gonna try and take a shortcut to it. There we go. Shortcut achieved. Oh, it's the first time I've done that in this entire game. And on the very final stage. But as we've seen previously, the boss does stay dead. Max is not coming back anytime soon. So, we are pretty well set. The hard part is over. We just gotta find that item. It's in one of these water pits. And, pretty sure, yep, it's this one. It's not this one. What the? What was I thinking of? Oh, maybe it's over this way. Okay. Nope, not at all. This is the very beginning of the stage. Ah, I performed so well for such a very short period of time. Now I'm going through those 17 lives. Who cares? This is a victory run. You've put up with me this long. Surely you can survive another couple of minutes. Yeah. So yeah, pretty awesome game. We've pretty much seen it all at this point. Let's see. Oh, that's still lava. Thought maybe it changed somehow. I mentioned previously that I definitely prefer Genesis games to Super Nintendo games of the same era. And it's not that Super Nintendo games are worse. I would fully admit that the case is generally the opposite. There's our Holy Grail. But yeah, Super Nintendo games tended to be pretty much the equivalent of AAA games today. Which sort of explains why I don't really give a damn about AAA games these days. The Genesis has shaped my opinion of games forever. Inexorably. So that I love insane, messed up garbage like DecapAttack. Such a beautiful game. Great horror theme. I mean, I guess you could find something like this in maybe Zombies Ate My Neighbors on the SNES? which I never played. I actually would like to play that game. But for the most part, you didn't get this on Super Nintendo. This is an example of what Nintendo don't, as they say. And yeah, I love this game a lot. I never showed off my favorite property of the strength potion, which is that it sends enemies flying, turns them into projectiles. This is not a good stage to show that off because the enemies mostly take multiple hits to kill here. We've only got one heart left, but that's fine. This is the end. Decap's still dead, and we win. Go back where you belong, you skull. Yeah, take that, you bogus castle. We're gonna do a jaunty but lazy dance in the spotlight, because Chuck's had enough. He's been through a lot today. I assume this game took place in a day. And he's down. Even in undeath, those poor muscles are exhausted. Yeah, you owe him that much. I would fully agree. Yes! We've been recapitated. And we've renounced our former undead name. I'd definitely call that a happy ending. Time for the credits roll full of horror puns on the creators' names. Like it's a Simpsons Halloween special. A really amusing little ending theme. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Really appreciate that the 2007 thread came along, because I really wanted to do this Let's Play for a long time, but didn't feel it was quite worthy for a full thread. Nor did I think I could carry it for a full thread. But 2007 thread was perfect for it. And I hope you've enjoyed. Maybe you'll join me for a real Let's Play someday, but either way, this has been DecapAttack. I've had a great time. Hope you have as well.